morning and welcome to my first run review of the Mizuno Rider 24. Roll the beauty shots. Mizuno is one of those brands that not a lot of people know about. And the funny thing is, they're probably one of the most consistent shoemakers on the market. They don't have a lot of ups and downs, but they have a gradual increase in quality of their products. And this makes really good shoes, but doesn't really grab the market. They've had this kind of second mover strategy for a lot of years, but lately they seem to start innovating more. And you've seen this with a previous video that I made with the Mizuno Horizon 4, which is a fantastic shoe. And now they're trying to innovate a little bit more with the Mizuno Rider 24. So the entire summer lineup that's coming out now will be with the new Mizuno Enerzy foam. That's both running shoes and indoor shoes, volleyball, handball, doesn't matter. They will all have the new type of foam that Mizuno is developing. And this means that they're now trying to push a little bit more towards the first movers of the market. The Mizuno Rider has a lot of new features. First, the plate has been moved up a little bit so it doesn't hit the ground. You have the Mizuno Enerzy foam that I talked about earlier. You have a new upper that seems a little bit more breathable. It's more uniform at least. You have a new heel counter which feels really nice. And you have a new outsole rubber design, which just completes the entire package. The entire design of the new Rider 24 just feels more thought out, and it just feels like one complete package compared to the other versions. So when putting on this shoe the first time, it feels really good. The heel color, which is new, is really nice. There's a little bit of a shift in the hold around the foot compared to the older versions. The hold previously was a lot more around the midfoot and the arch, which is now moved a little bit more up towards this area. The toe box is wide, but it's kind of flat, so if you have those kind of toes that stick up and create holes in the upper, then it might not be a shoe for you. It feels like the shoe is divided in two. You have the softer part in the front and you have the firmer part in the back. And it feels like you're almost wearing a wooden shoe in the beginning. It's a little bit clunky and it has a really big distinct difference between the two parts. When you run in it, it's not the same thing. The reason why they have this plate here is actually to disperse the energy when you're landing at one point, and it actually puts more even pressure on the foam over time. So it's a really nice technology. It just feels a little bit awkward in the beginning. The shoe has a little bit of a big drop, so the heel has 31 millimeter sack height, the front has 19. That's 12 millimeters of heel drop. The usual drop for normal daily trainers like these are maybe 8 to 10 millimeters, but I really run efficiently in the Mizuno Riders. Anyways, it's really important, as I've said earlier, to vary your drops so you don't get stuck on one place, because if you vary your drops, you vary the load on your body in different places. My first initial run in the Rider was at 8K, 401 in pace, and I pushed it a little bit, but it's one of those things that you can do with the Rider compared to the Sky. The Rider is the lighter, a little bit more fun, faster daily trainer compared to the Sky. And it's the most sold daily trainer from Mizuno at our store. One of the first things I tried to notice was if there was a difference between the two sections, the firm one and the soft one when running. And there wasn't that big of a difference when running outside. If you're on a treadmill, you can still hear the clunk a little bit, but on gravel or asphalt, I didn't even notice it. I feel like it's a little bit rigid, but I think my feet actually benefit from the rigidity. Do you call it that? My feet benefit, or I benefit, from running in this shoe. It's a little bit funny to see that Mizuno is just carrying on their legacy the way they've done their shoes for like the last 20 years. And then you see the rest of the market trying to put plates in their shoes, which Mizuno's done for a long time. Now, it's not the same exact way of doing it, but it's the way of making a shoe more stable. It's a way of making your toe off a little bit faster. And Mizuno has done that for 20 years and they still keep on doing it, and this shoe still feels like a Mizuno shoe. Now, I've only had this out for one run and I can't actually say if there's a big difference between the old and the new version yet. So far, I really enjoy running in this shoe. It feels maybe a little bit firmer than in previous versions. And that's kind of funny because they say that Mizuno Enerzy, the new foam, is supposed to be a little bit softer and more responsive. And I just feel like it's a little bit firmer and I kind of like it. I have a huge bias towards Mizuno because they've just performed every year consistently and they don't have those ups and downs. So I'm really looking forward to collecting a lot of Ks in this shoe and then making a full review in a couple of weeks. If you have any questions about the shoe, write to me in the comments down below. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you're into these kind of running shoe related videos, then consider subscribing. And if you push that bell, you will get a notification every time I upload a video, and that will help me a lot. If you want to support me, then these awesome running socks are available at my website. Anyways, have a great day, have a fantastic run, and I'll see you next time. Bye.